I couldn't believe it, but Rinse Aid is the absolute insider tip for the household. There are 10 incredible tricks with Rinse Aid that almost nobody knows, but really everyone should know because they are so simply ingenious. I'll show them to you here. If you've only ever used Rinse Aid in your dishwasher, you'll be amazed. Let's start with number 1. Put a small amount of Rinse Aid on a cloth and go to your sink. Because if it looks like this or even worse, you can get it wonderfully clean again with the Rinse Aid. But that's actually not all. You can also seal it with the Rinse Aid and give it a new shine, because as you can see here, the sink is now much shinier than before, where I wiped it with Rinse Aid. What's more, if we let water in here now, it will simply roll off. This means that limescale stains can no longer form so quickly in future, and I have to clean the sink much less often. And what works in a stainless steel sink also works on the outside of all stainless steel surfaces. Here too, you simply put a small amount of the Rinse Aid on the cloth and make everything really nice and clean and seal it automatically. But that's not all, because you can of course use this trick on all stainless steel surfaces in your home, such as the oven. Simply rub with a little Rinse Aid. Everything is clean and sealed again. You are sure to find many other places where you have stainless steel, for example on the fridge. Here too you can use the Rinse Aid wonderfully. But now let's move on to a slightly different trick. You've probably never thought of dumping Rinse Aid on your carpet, but here too it has huge advantages. If you have such stains in your carpet, Rinse Aid can help you to remove them again, and all you need is the pure Rinse Aid. Take some of it and spread it on a cloth, as you can see here. This small amount should actually be enough. Now start wiping over the stain in a circular motion. After wiping for a while, you will notice how the stain becomes less and less visible until it actually disappears completely from the carpet. This is because Rinse Aid also has the ability to remove stains. The stain is then completely gone and you just have to wait until everything is dry again. But you can already see that we can no longer really see the stain itself. For our next trick, you should put a spray head on your Rinse Aid packaging, or simply take a small amount of Rinse Aid and pour it into a spray bottle. This trick can also ensure that you have to clean much less often in future. You've probably noticed that you constantly have limescale stains on your shower door. You can use Rinse Aid for this. Spray a little on everything and then start wiping everything away with a cloth. Again, this has two advantages. In the first step, you will of course get your shower clean again and all limescale stains will disappear without you having to scrub laboriously. But the second advantage comes straight afterwards. When you've finished wiping, you should simply rinse off the rest of the Rinse Aid with clean water. And then comes the next point that becomes visible here. The surface is now sealed here too. Thanks to the Lotus effect, the water simply runs off and no longer sticks to the glass. As a result, limescale stains will appear much less frequently in future and you will have to clean less often. And while you're in the shower, you can grab a cloth, put a little Rinse Aid on it and wipe all the taps with it too. As you can see here, all the limescale stains are gone in no time at all, just by wiping over it a few times. That brings us back to the kitchen, because you probably also have stainless steel pots or pans that have streaks like this on the inside. Sometimes they are only slightly visible, but sometimes they are so strong that they look like a small rainbow. Like in this pot here, but you can also remove it with Rinse Aid. All you have to do is apply a small amount of Rinse Aid to a cloth and then use this cloth to start wiping the inside of the pot or pan thoroughly. After a short time you will see that the stains become less and less visible until they have actually disappeared completely. You can use this trick to make your pots and pans look as good as new on the inside. In the dishwasher, the Rinse Aid ensures the glasses in particular are free from stains, and you can also make use of this on your ceramic hob. Apply a small amount of Rinse Aid here too and rub everything in well with a cloth. In the first step you will see how your ceramic hob becomes really nice and clean again. Later on it will shine really well and stains will no longer be visible so quickly, as it is now also sealed. If you notice grease stains anywhere on the cupboards in your kitchen, you can easily remove them with Rinse Aid. Again, put a small amount on a cloth, wipe over it and the grease stain should be disappeared immediately. This also works particularly well on the top of the cupboards, as a lot of grease usually collects here. And an absolute insider tip is to add a little Rinse Aid to your mop water. A small splash is enough. Now you can mop your floor as you normally would. This will remove dust, grease and dirt from the floor and also seal it again. In future, water will simply roll off and the floor will shine like new. By the way, do you already know these tricks with balloons that everyone should know about, but almost nobody does? Be sure to watch the video you see on the screen at this point so that you can get to know them too.